Why did the whole thing have to change? The long story short is the former government, which some of these people are still lingering, they were just costing the taxpayer too much money. Now, however, they were running these fake charities and loops and cahoots and then saying they're the terrorists, we got to get them. But then you're like, wait a second, you're using the treasury money to fund them. All you guys got to do is cut the cord, take their money out, and they really would pretty much cease to exist on their own. So that's what was going on with DC's relationship with the globalists and all. It was so corrupted, but it's all because the bigger thing was that the politicians, they were just spending too much money, exuberant amounts of money, on their cocaine habits. Cocaine, uncut, is very expensive, and they can practically never even get it. And they can, but it costs them a lot of money. And they were spending all the tax money on cocaine, and it's a very expensive drug. And if you get some greedy lunatics and serial killers and fraudsters able to pay for the cocaine out of the taxpayer's pocket by just writing it off with an auto pen and saying it's, was for anything else, an eraser, a pencil, whatever, that's pretty much what happened all year, every year. So it was going up their noses. They didn't care what was happening. They'd do anything. Think about a junkie. What do these drug addicts do? They steal the power tools out of their friends and neighbors and families' sheds. They pawn them. They steal from everyone suddenly just because of the heroin or the cocaine or the crack or the meth. Those are the ones that they steal for. I don't think like even Xanax addicts or something. They don't go around doing that. There's key drugs that make people act like total fiend lunatics that aren't even like themselves. And you gotta think how many of these politicians were blowing serious amounts of yayo. And you can see Hunter Biden got busted while we were down there. Remember, guys? Hey, guys. You remember when God said, I'm gonna reveal what's in the White House walls? And then we were there, and we were behind the White House. They have an entrance back there, and cars go in. It's a big gated thing. It's got all this stuff going on. We saw sirens and stuff, and it was like, what the hell is this? And I look up on my phone because I could see it. We're a few hundred feet away from the White House. They got a gate around the White House, but this is one of the gates for the cars to go in the back. And we could see there were sirens and black vehicles all around. What is that? And it said online, it said the news said it and everything. I said, holy shit, this is really going on. These guys are getting busted for coke right now. Yeah. You heard about coke busts up north, northeast, governor's offices, mayor's offices. I'm telling you, you got to get the junkies out too. The serial killers and all that, but think about people's whole ethics and morals change when they're a junkie on either heroin, cocaine, crack, or meth. I can't think of anything else. I don't think even alcoholics are bad, but even the worst ones, but they really don't go around stealing shit from everybody just to drink the booze. It's not like a heroin addict or a crack addict or a cocaine addict, but the cocaine is expensive. The heroin they sell is cheap. They started putting fentanyl in all of it, and it's probably really cheap. And maybe they didn't sell it any cheaper. Why would they? They're Babylon. They'd say keep it the same. It'll cost us 100 times less, but just keep charging them the same price. They wouldn't even cut them a deal because they don't care what they're putting in there anyway. These aren't normal business people that care about the products. These are business people that are like witches, that are fine with poisoning people all the time and causing chaos by making addicts lunatics. And it's not just, I smoke tobacco. This is organic American Spirit tobacco. It's really the only tobacco I like. I've tried a lot of different tobacco. This one's good. But, me smoking cigarettes, like, I don't go to sleep at night and dream about smoking cigarettes, I don't think about drinking coffee. I also drink coffee. You say, oh, you're a coffee addict. I say, yeah, well, I'm not going to go kill somebody for a cup of coffee. I know my limits. There's been days I had no money and I had no cigarettes and no coffee. You know, those are tough days. It's not tough to sleep and not drink coffee and smoke cigarettes, but to be awake, that's tough. No sex. No guns. Gang! Gang!